Okay, so here we go with the draft lottery. Slotted for number 4. And I didn't expect to see the Spurs in the lottery. That's a surprise. And number 10 goes to Sacramento. All right. We go with number 9 to Charlotte. And it goes to Detroit. So we're going to be bumped down a slot. Hopefully we can jump up to the top 3. 6 goes to Boston. And now we're projected for number 5. And yep, we got number 5, folks. So the top 3 picks here are Miami, Orlando, and Charlotte. Orlando getting number 1. Now we move to DraftExpress's big board rankings of the players in the upcoming draft. It's actually interesting because Markelle Fultz is projected at number 2 behind Lonzo Ball, who in real life is projected at number 2. But realistically, we're looking at hopefully Dennis Smith Jr., Jason Tatum, maybe Harry Giles if we could play him at center or switch him around with Porzingis. That would be interesting. If we can't get a point guard, I'm looking at a small forward, probably to push Carmelo out of the picture. I'm thinking maybe Jason Tatum would be the best option, but right now we're going to look at Dennis Smith. If he were to fall to us, that would be a dream. He would be probably the best available player we could get, because I don't see us getting Lonzo Ball or Markelle Fultz, folks. It's just not going to happen. Dennis Smith is one of the more flashier players in the draft, which I like. I think that could fit well with our team. Even though some people complain that he dribbles for too long, which can be worked on. I mean, this whole system that we're going to run is going to be based on selfless basketball, but I don't know. If he can turn into somewhat of a Kyrie Irving type player, I think he could really fit well into our system when he can score everywhere on the court. So yeah, if Dennis Smith does fall to us at 5, you better believe we're going to take him. But now we're going to look at Jason Tatum. Small forward out of Duke. He's a great scoring wing, can rebound the ball. Not a very good defender, but he's the type of guy I would love to have if we were going to replace Carmelo Anthony. Another point guard we could look at is De'Aaron Fox out of Kentucky. Can do everything playmaking-wise, but his jump shot just needs a lot of work. That's not really someone I would like to have in our system right off the bat. Now, if you look at the draft board, you have Josh Jackson out of Kansas slotted at number 7. I don't believe he is the right player to fit in our system because all he can do is score. I haven't seen him much of a flashy passer. I haven't seen him be a great rebounder, a great defender. All he can really do is put the ball in the basket, which is exactly what Carmelo Anthony is. Another small forward we could look at is Wenyen Gabriel out of Kentucky. Honestly, he's the most versatile out of the small forwards. He can stretch the floor, he can shoot from pretty much anywhere, threes, he can post up. He's the best rebounder out of all the small forwards, but athleticism is a big problem with him. Now, while number 5 is a great position to get a franchise caliber player, I can't help but search trade options for our pick. Now, rumor has it that the Los Angeles Lakers are looking for a new point guard after D'Angelo Russell has not really been the guy they were hoping for at number 2 in 2015. If we were to trade pick number 5 to LA for D'Angelo Russell, we would have to include Carmelo Anthony because I don't think LA is just going to give us D'Angelo Russell for an unsure thing. Besides from being a snitch, I think D'Angelo Russell is an above-average shooter. He's a crafty playmaker. And the main reason why we would trade for him is because he's only 21 years old. And it would help us get rid of Carmelo. So basically, this is what I've come up with. A potential trade for D'Angelo Russell. We'd give up Carmelo Anthony, our first round this year for D'Angelo Russell, and a 2018 first round pick from Los Angeles. I don't know if this is the ideal Carmelo trade because I feel like we could get a little bit more out of him, but the whole 21-year-old D'Angelo Russell thing is really solidifying only the one first-round pick we're getting. Now, keep in mind, Carmelo Anthony still has the no-trade clause on his contract. His preferred destination would probably be to the Clippers to play with his buddy Chris Paul, he's longed to play for many years. So I came up with a more realistic trade, quote-unquote, where we send Carmelo to the Clippers, we still trade the 2017 first to LA, we get D'Angelo Russell, a 2018 first-round pick from LA, and a 2018 first from the Clippers as well, while sending Austin Rivers to the Lakers to make it more adjustable for the Lakers. Here is everyone I invited to a pre-draft workout. Lonzo Ball, Markelle Fultz aren't people I think we're going to get, but I invited them for comparisons. People like De'Aaron Fox, Dennis Smith look like the fastest players in the draft. Offensively, Jason Tatum, Josh Jackson look like the guys who are getting the more buckets in. So, I don't know. We're going to see who we can get, who falls to us, maybe who trades up, and we'll see at the draft.